so I'm here for this unveiling of the Marshall mural. Between myself and Robert, I call it Marshall and Falconry, the Apotheosis, because I always think Marshall's the best in telemetry, and obviously, they go for a project like this, so I'm all in. Hi, my name's Tim Jessell. I'm from Stillwater, Oklahoma, via Indiana, where I grew up. I'm a falconer, been doing that since around 1986, and I'm a professional illustrator. It actually began, I've been doing advertisements with Robert for, he said this morning, it's been since like 2003, something like that, and a variety of projects, different styles. Robert's very creative. We kind of have a shorthand with each other in terms of creativity. It actually spoils me working with him because of that shorthand, because we don't go down a bunch of rabbit holes, and things tend to work out pretty quickly because we're on the same page. And this actually started, another patron, if you will, of mine is a falconer breeder named Brian Sullivan, and he's always appreciated my work, and he's commissioned me to do some pieces for him, and I did a Fijian peregrine chasing bats through the mountains in the island of Fiji. And on social media, Robert saw it and the dynamic movement and all that. He just said, that would be really cool to have something large like that in the office. And next thing you know, we're talking about a world scope of falconry, and a 35-foot mural is the result.
We wanted to try to do is convey there's something going on here that everyone's a part of and you don't realize it day to day. And we're involved in something, a sport, an activity for our falconry customers that goes back in time before recorded history, that spreads the globe in present day. How do you show that? How do you show what we're doing right now? And then with our GPS, we're having a big, profound impact on this 3,000-year-old sport that started in the Middle East. And we talked, we went back and forth, and he came up with this concept, and that's what you're about to see. So every time we come in past this building, or past this mural, now we're going to be reminded that we're involved in something pretty big and epic and timeless. And so once we drop the curtains, Tim's going to explain to us a little bit about what was put together and why. So all we need now for you guys to do is just count down from 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Classic. That's we had to be sure we include Sheikh Zayed. He's universally respected in the Gulf. He's not one country another. He's a pivotal figure and a falconer. But all the other ones are just kind of generic figures from back in time. So the ghosted images are falconers going back in time that have brought us to this point. And the bright images go from Japan to the Russian girl in the far corner. Their eagle. So, Tim, tell us a little bit about how you put this together.
Well, like Robert said, it was we just wanted to capture the whole scope. You basically go from east to west, and I wanted to do different ages and genders and races and all that. So we've got the young couple with they've launched the red tail. Of course, all the birds have the Marshall product, and the like my apprentices, this is his 2 Harris Hawks, little things like that. This is based on a statue in New York City called the Falconer, which I saw in 1986 and hit me like a bolt of lightning, said I want to become a falconer. But I switched the gender and made her a princess, and she's launching off the peregrine. That hybrid up there, that's the one that's stooping these puns down here with the setters. We've got ducks coming off the pond. Of course, we had to work in the main GPS product. I worked digitally from the ground up around year 2000. Another illustrator convinced me to take a look at the digital world, and I kind of dismissed it because I had what digital art looked like in my mind, almost like either a cut paper technique or a really kind of soft spray paint look, which I didn't find attractive. And he sent me an oil painting of a clown. I still remember it, and it looked exactly like his stuff, and it looked like an oil painting. And then he started explaining to me how this worked with a Wacom tablet and all that. And because I was thinking, how'd you do this with a mouse? That'd be like playing the piano with boxing gloves. So he hooked me onto that, and I've been digital ever since. So, but I work as traditional looking as I can. I don't use a lot of layers. I fool people every day that it's traditional art, so I coined it tradigital. I just want that warmth feel of traditional art, and I use build-up techniques just like in natural media, and of course that's my whole background is all natural media. So Robert and I talked about the idea conceptually, which what we usually do before we get going, and I started sketching, and I knew something was different when almost a week had gone by and I wasn't even done with the pencil stage yet. So I was like, this is, I've bitten into a whale here. Anyway, so I finally got the pencil to him, and I'm thinking, oh, if he doesn't like it, this is going to be a lot of work just to change, and he, you know, oh, this is great, let's move forward. And then, gosh, I don't remember how long I spent on it. I did an underpainting, again, a warning that this is going to take a long time. We had set a date that we thought we could hit originally, and during the underpainting stage, I was already having misgivings just because due to the size and the scope of the amount of things that are in the image. So it was a ton of hours. I can honestly say I probably never put so many condensed hours for such a long period on one project. It was a total of about 4 months, probably 2.5 months of just hard painting every day till about 2 in the morning. My wife, we run a boarding kennel at home as well for dogs, and she pretty much had to take over much of that duties so we could get through this. And I teach a class at Oklahoma State, and luckily I was off teaching, so it worked out. Ended up delivering it about a month late, but as one art director said to me, nothing's late if it's good. So hopefully it's good. Everyone seems to be pleased, but that was a process. It was an emotional day when I finally finished. It was like, a rumor around the whole family, Tim finished the mural, Tim finished the mural, because it kind of turned the life upside down, because I just had to be so laser focused on this to get it done. But hopefully it's a piece that'll have an impact in the falconry world and be around for a while, and that's it.